Hey, gorgeouses. Where have I been? Oh my goodness. You guys need to stay on top of me. Like, literally, I always feel so bad. I'm like, wow, it's already been 3 months since I last posted a video, but time to check in with you guys. So, remember, you guys, I started medications. I believe I mentioned that in the last video. And, well, I did have some side effects. Now, apparently, you're supposed to trip out when you start a tripla and everything. I mean, maybe that's what they call it. It's a trip. Because it's not like I've ever done LSD or anything, but my doctor and I've had read reviews on Atripla, and that's sort of the trip that you're supposed to experience. So that's why they recommend taking it at nighttime. So I started taking the meds at night and everything like that. Vivid dreams and everything. Remember that whole wasted bitch syndrome that I was experiencing? Well, that only happened for like the first couple of days. And it was something where once I took the medication, about a half an hour later, I got sort of these dizzy spells and everything. It just felt like I was drunk, literally speaking. And ever since then, though, my dreams, they haven't been like nightmares or anything. It's just been very vivid, colorful dreams. Literally speaking, I can remember almost all my dreams now, and I'm a person that really doesn't remember dreams. At least I never used to. So I actually don't mind this side effect, just because it's like I'm always sort of like, when I'm in my dreams, I'm like in my own little world, and it's just fun. Literally speaking, I was doing yoga naked in a daisy field with Madonna singing Jump. Come on. Who couldn't ask for more here? So, dreams along that kind of nature. Doesn't really affect me, though, as far as my mood and everything like that. However, so after those dizzy spells for the first week of me taking this medication, it progressed into like this red rash, and I was like, what is this? And so I literally was kind of freaking out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking out. I was like, I thought I didn't think it was an allergic reaction because I took Benadryl and everything. It didn't really go away. It wasn't itching me. It wasn't really bothersome, other than the fact that it was unsightly. And it was just, I thought it was something. I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on here? I thought I had scabies or something. So I didn't know this was a side effect either. I thought this was something where I was having a reaction to the medications. So I actually I went to urgent care and everything, not my regular physician, because I didn't know what was up. So I go in and everything, and originally when I was initially diagnosed, I had this doctor I wasn't too fond of, because she thought I had strep throat and everything, and I was like, it's not strep throat, but she insisted we did the test and everything, and voila, it came back negative. So we're back with the same doctor. It was just kind of the weirdest thing. I was like, great, I have to see her again. But they thought it was anaphylaxis, and so I was like, this is not an allergic reaction. I took Benadryl and everything, and I told them, I think I'm having a reaction to my medications. And they're like, well, what are you talking about? And I told them, I was like, I think I'm having a reaction to my medications. It's my HIV medications, my Atripla. They're like, oh. It's funny to me how some urgent care doctors they don't know anything about these medications. And I don't know, I think that's part of your job, is to stay current on medications and newfound things that are coming out. That's just my own personal biff, but I'm just saying, listen to your patients. I didn't think it was an allergic reaction. So finally, when I told them that, and that's initially what I was telling them at the very beginning, but finally they started getting the hint, I finally get this physician's assistant, a PA, comes in, and I learned more from him than I learned from the nurse, the RN, than I did from the doctor even. And that's just what is comical to me. So after 3 hours in urgent care and everything, we finally concluded that it was a reaction to my medications. He advised me to stop the medications and just to follow up with my regular physician. Hello? So I just went ahead and as soon as I booked out of there, I sat in urgent care. They didn't even do a full exam and everything on me. It was kind of annoying. I sat there for 3 hours. I know many of you guys have been in urgent care. It's just sometimes you got to think for yourself. I'm a huge advocate for that. Like I said, if you don't like what the doctors and nurses are telling you, go get a second opinion. So you know what I was doing. Boop, boop, boop. I was calling my doctor up on the phone, right? And so I leave a message for him and everything. I hear back from him literally by the end of the day and everything. Well, his nurse. And so they advised me to keep taking the medications and that this was just an expected reaction. I know I didn't really have to explain that whole story, but it's kind of fun. So it was weird, because then after I would say about a week. Every time I got a new symptom, it lasted about a week and then it went away. But like I said, this rash, it didn't really bother me or anything other than the fact that it just looked god awful. And it was even like all over my abdomen and everything. It just was like all these red dots and everything. If anyone's ever been like allergic to a bee sting or something like that, it's kind of like that. I was just like red bumps everywhere. Not bumps, but like red blotches and blotchy redness all over my skin. So that finally went away. And literally the day after that symptom went away, a new symptom came up. I just became itchy everywhere. Now I'm like, maybe I am having an allergic reaction. But my doctor advised me that this was just another side effect to it and that just to take Benadryl. I mean, I literally thought I was just, my immune system was just in hyperactivity and that I was just like, okay, quit scratching and everything. I tried to make sure, I mean, I even pushed my boyfriend away from me. I didn't let my dog come near me. I was just like, everyone stay away from me because I thought I was having an allergic reaction. So, but finally, after about a week, that side effect went away and everything was good. And like, that was the last symptom I had. And that was finally about a month after I started the medication. I haven't had any side effects since then. The only thing that I can report, though, is like I said, I'm still having those vivid dreams. Not complaining, not complaining. Okay, but a great side effect is I went back in, and I don't know if any of you guys know much about HIV and your viral load versus your CD4 count, but a lot of people, I've gotten comments, they think HIV is a fictional disease. Newsflash, come on you guys, it's 2011 going on 2012. The world's supposed to end next year. Can some people learn that some diseases are not fictional? So it's just, what happens is you have basically your CD4s is, just think of it as your immune system. It's the type of white blood cell that the HIV attacks, and it's a T cell helper. And what it does is it tells you how well your immune system, how well your body is reacting to the HIV. And basically, you want a good high number, higher the better. I mean, you don't want super high because then you might have some infection going on, but you just want a nice normal reading. You don't want anything low. So my CD4 count has always been hovering between 500 and 600. You may remember from some of my previous videos. But slowly over time, over the past 3-4 years since was diagnosed, it's slowly been going down and everything, and it's concerning. But it doesn't get too concerning until you start getting below 400. Well, finally I reached about 330. And so I decided, this is when I initiated my HIV therapy. And so that's your CD4s. Now we have your viral load. Basically, how much of the virus is inside your body. And this is like, you want that concentration in your body to be as low as possible. And so that's where the HIV medications come in. Now, there are different classifications of HIV medications, and they all work on different sorts of receptors and all this stuff. They all work differently. So, now, when I was first diagnosed, my viral load was super high. Like super high. Oh my God. Sorry. I should shave or something. I mean, I am a man, but still. It was like 3 million was my CD4, or not my CD4, was my viral load. And so, but what happens is my viral load came down and everything, but it never went. And what people don't understand is about HIV is you ideally want to get what's called undetectable, meaning it's no longer detected in your body, that it's no longer like replicating so much where we can actually detect it with a mechanical, basically blood work. So that's our goal as an HIV patient. Keep your viral load as low as possible and keep your CD4s as high as possible. So what happened is my viral load has never really, it's always sort of fluctuated, going up and down and everything, because I'm unmanaged. I didn't start medications, mainly because I was looking into alternative therapies, as many of you may know based on my previous HIV blogs and whatnot. So after starting the medications, I went from 30,000, which actually was one of my lowest viral loads ever, but then again my CD4s were quite low too. They were both at the lowest they've ever been, so that's why I was like, before it gets too borderline, might as well start medications. So my CD4s going from about 330 up to 400, good news, and my viral load went from 30,000 down to, what was it, 94. 30,000 to 94. Remember, 3 million to 94. So good news. The medications are doing what they're supposed to and everything, and for once, it's like I feel like almost like a normal person again. Now, I'm not saying that I felt abnormal when I wasn't on medications or whatnot, and this is what my problem was with my previous doctors before I met my current doctor, is that I would explain, like, when you're in a car accident or whatnot and your car isn't totaled but you get it repaired, your car doesn't drive right, that's how my body felt. It just, like, you felt like there was something, like you had this, something was on your shoulders, like you're just like, what is this, you know? And it was just sort of like bogging me down. Like, I don't know if it was my immune system fighting something off or whatnot, but now that I've started medications, I don't feel that sense anymore and everything. It's great. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very glad that I've started medications, and thank goodness that my virus is actually a good virus. Thank you to my ex, my dreaded ex, because it's a virus that's actually not resistant to any medications, nothing like that. So I went and started Atripla, not bad at all, one pill, one time a day, all that good stuff. And so I'm just hoping my body just keeps up with it and everything like that. So it's actually, I'm doing great. I love it. Love life and everything like that. And I have some news to report as well. And it's actually exciting news for me to share with you guys. And what it is since starting my YouTube videos, I don't really know why I initially started posting YouTube videos. Maybe it was just to share my story or whatnot, to help people, to get attention. There's a lot of different reasons and whatnot, and I didn't really know why I posted to begin with, but I'm glad that I did, only because I've learned over the years since I posted these videos, it's helped so many people, and that's worth it so much to me, because there are some people, they have contacted me, even if it's not even HIV related, they have some other disease, some other something else, completely doesn't even have to do with health, but it's just something where sharing my story helps people, and that is amazing to me. And I was contacted by Pioneer Productions. One of the producers contacted me, and I'm actually going, last week I was with a film crew, and I'm going to be on National Geographic in one of the documentaries. It's a series or whatnot about sex relationships, and my specific segment and everything is actually HIV and everything, and just how how I responded to it and everything. And they saw my YouTube videos, and so it's just, there are a lot of skeptics out there. They think I posted my videos for certain reasons or whatnot, and I'm just really pleased that and touched actually that there's just still good people in the world that actually still care and everything. And there are people out there that unfortunately, they aren't in the same circumstances as me, where I have a very loving and supporting family and everything like that. They live in a different part of the world. They live somewhere where you can't be as open as I can be about it. And if I can lend that hand to them to let them know that there are people out there that are like them, and we're all under the same roof. Everybody, no matter what your skin color is, what your sexual orientation is, what gender you are, what type of disease you have, everybody is the same. And I don't understand why humans, we're going to be the end of our own race. I mean, people are like expecting the end of the world next year. There's going to be a tidal wave. There's going to be freaking global warming, an asteroid, a black hole's going to eat us, whatever your theory may be. It's just, there's so much hatred in this world. I don't understand why we hate on everybody, on our own selves. It's just like, why, how can humans hate on humans? It boggles my mind. But with that being said, it's just refreshing to me to see so much positive feedback over my videos. And with that, I personally want to thank each and everybody that have responded to my videos in good light and everything. And I mean, even though I don't touch back to every single comment that I get, especially the good or the bad, it's just something where I do read them. I get them forwarded to my email and everything like that, and I just want to say thank you so much to everybody. It means a lot to me, and it just makes me know that I'm doing something right with my life, and that makes me feel amazing. So I just want to say thank you guys. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Love you. Yeah, I mean, next video, you guys, I'm going to try and do this on a weekly basis now. Promise. I swear, I promise. I'm going to try and do this. My next video, though, I definitely want to just touch base on some of those comments and everything, just because I have been touched and there are some good questions and everything out there. So, with that being said, I only have 9 seconds left. Anyways, you guys, bye. Love you guys. Question, comments, follow me.